right, getting ready here, jumping in here for game number 1. Victor on the play here, going with the Mako. And Brennan Roy was the player who, I'll say it, easily dispatched the King of the Hill at 11-0. Not too many rounds ago with just an incredible draw. See if he can do it again.
Yeah, kind of the other talk of a tournament here, aside from his Cauldron, is Mono Red Aggro. Mono Red's had a pretty good weekend.
Really good weekend.
A few players striking distance, of course. Brennan, again, likely in with a loss breaker-wise, we'll see, but wants to win, wants to lock it up.
Yeah, exactly. And Brennan was the person, we noticed the record differences. Brennan was the unlucky player who had to play this round. There were 4 people that got to shake hands and go jump up and down with their buddies. Cross-Identic Memory is play number 2 for Victor, and here is the powerful 2-mana 2/2 haste Emberheart Challenger getting in for some damage.
Just a little mouse.
Just a little mouse. How much damage could a little mouse do in a little house? Fear missing out. A little bit bigger of a mouse. A very scary mouse.
Yeah, that's some creepy stuff.
Yeah, it really is. That especially, that alternate art, those are the ones I own as well, and they are pretty creepy.
I do really like the Barbenheimer of Bloomborough into Duskmourn. Just the absolute tonal opposite.
Cute
pairing.
little bunnies and then horror.
Yep.
I loved it too. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of both sets too. They were really fun.
Yeah, great sets.
Great limited sets and, brought some power. Bloomborough especially. Bloomborough brought some of the most busted stuff. Turn number 3 for Brennan. Let's see what the follow-up is here. We do have that land to be able to kind of get that combination going of essentially drawing an extra card. Not really what you want to be doing on turn 3 after you already played a land, though.
Love it. I attack with my 2/2 into your 3/3.
Could be anything. Wow. Okay. Oh, but this was before blocks. I was going to say you don't want to... Or I guess if these did go upstairs, that would work, right? Did we block? I kind of missed that.
I don't think there's a block.
Okay, so this was just attack before blocks. Could do it main phase, but whatever. Deal with that creature, get in 4 damage, put Victor down to 14, and Victor, importantly, did miss a land drop.
Yeah, that's tough. We've seen a few times now with Cauldron players. You gotta make some land drops. The deck goes, but a lot of the important cards cost 3.
Yes. Yeah, and you play a lot of 3s. If you look at it and you look at just a normal curve of this deck, you look and you're like, ugh, this is kind of clunky. Then you realize, this deck can just add 15 mana on turn 3, and you're like, oh, never mind. But if you do brick on your 3rd land drop, it really can be a problem.
Still no land, it looks like. Picked up a Torch Tower, so
okay. Not bad.
Bit of a consolation prize.
Yeah. And back to Brennan. Let's see what the follow-up is here.
How about a dragon?
Bang, and just cast this one. No warping, and yeah, it makes sense when you already have 5. No real reason to put it in again. So there is the Cauldron, but there's not even a VV in hand here from Victor. There's a Scholar, which can then find VV. But I like that play from Victor. Just play it because you have to, 1, hope that you survive. Not going to happen anyways. And then hope that you find VV and then try to do something busted. But, man, once again, Brennan on camera, when we've been casting at least, plays against him as a Cauldron player who just didn't make land drops. Didn't really play the game.
Yeah, Brennan's draw was very good anyway. Even if there had been some clean land drops there. But, taking game 1, great place to be.
Absolutely. Brennan has been playing this deck extremely well, and you can just tell by the way he plays it. Played a lot of these test matches here on Arena or with friends leading up to the tournament for sure. So heading over to Victor's side, let's see how this sideboard looks. We got 1 Abrade, 2 Annul, 1 Broadside Barrage, 2 Disdainful Stroke, 2 Fires, 2 Torch the Tower, 2 Spell Pierce, 1 Ral Crackling Whip, 1 Quantum Riddler, and 1 Obliterating Bolt. Removal again?
Yeah, we've seen this story a few times already. Bring in the removal spells, bring in the cheap spells, and make sure you can bridge yourself into your powerful mid-game.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty easy on this one. Take out the cards like into the Flood Maw, the cards that are only bouncing a bit. And actually, that might not even be true. You want to bounce Nemesis sometimes. That can be nice. Maybe take out some of your other stuff here. And then from Brennan's side, we got 1 Abrade, 1 Chandra, Spark Hunter, 2 Fire Magic, 2 Magebane Lizards, 1 Nova Hellkite, 3 Obliterating Bolt, 2 Sunspine Lynx, and then 2 Vengeful Possessions. Is Vengeful Possession going to be as cool as it was with Willie Edel?
I mean, the Isaac deck is really good at putting numbers into play, just like making
Putting numbers into play. I like that.
Just making large bodies, with prosthetic memory or casting a Riddler. So it looked really good for Willie, but yeah, possession maybe, a braid, and again, I think, just kind of more of the same, just kind of get under, kill some stuff, and end the game as soon as possible.
I love it. Okay, so let's take a look at one of our proud sponsors here of this event. Let's talk about Beckett a little bit. First of all, Beckett, thank you so much alongside Dragon Shield for sponsoring Live Paper Magic. That's really what it's all about. Got to go out and support the companies that support what we all love. You're watching high-level competitive Magic right now. That means you love it, just like we do. So, Beckett, 15% off. A little bit of a grading service benefit here until tonight. You do got to get this in now. So if you want some of your cards graded, I looked at some of their prices. They look very affordable to grade some of these cards. So go on, head over to www.beckett.com/submit/cards/services to get some more information on how much it would cost to get your very fancy Magic cards graded or your non-fancy ones. Do whatever you want. Get whatever you want graded. Go ahead and check them out. Big shout out to Beckett.
I like that, Corey. Don't tell people how to live.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to get your cards graded that really are not that valuable, you do you.
Now, there's one really, really important facet to this matchup right now that has not been stated, is that because Brennan got paired down, Brennan can't draw. That stinks. But if Brennan wins, he will have the best record of the tournament and be on the play for the entire top 8, which is huge.
Mono Red doesn't really want to be on the play, though, does it?
I've run some numbers.
Yeah.
I've done a little thinking about it. And yes, you're wrong. They do, actually.
Okay. Yeah, no, that is huge. That is a very, very good point. And honestly, if Brennan could look into the future and say, hey, if I lose, I'm in 8th. And if I win, I'm in 1st. Well, you have to play it out anyways. But, then it doesn't hurt as bad. But it's when you lose and you have to depend on tiebreakers and maybe you take 9th. Taking 9th on breakers in any normal event really hurts. Taking 9th on breakers when top 8 is a Pro Tour invite, which I don't know for sure if Brennan has qualification to PT1 of next year, but, if he doesn't, that would be the ultimate dagger. If you have to, number 1, you get unlucky that you can't draw. You're the one person who has to play down. Number 2, lose when you're already at a spot where you just won game 1. And number 3, your breakers tank, so you take 9th and you miss your Pro Tour top 8. That's complaint equity at dinner if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, for sure. I really do love the higher seed going first rule.
I do too.
I think it makes it, where it puts you in a spot where you're right. If Brennan felt like, if you told Brennan you're 95% to make top 8 with a loss, do you want to play and try and get first place and be on the play for the whole top 8?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're not qualified, Jim, and you haven't played a Pro Tour, would you risk it for that 5% just to be on the play?
How about 2%? How about 1%?
Yeah.
There's always a line, Yeah.
5%'s
not too bad, but you're right for sure. There are
not me. I'm not risking it if it's 1%. When I wanted to qualify for the Pro Tour for my first one, man, I was doing anything to get in that spot. I wouldn't be risking it. Because just think of that story if you walk away and you risk it, you didn't. You now are going to feel bad for a couple weeks, months, year.
0.5%?
No, I'm not doing it.
0.1%.
Ugh.
0.01%.
I don't know. I'm still not in. I'm not a gambling man when it comes to my Pro Tour dreams, Jim.
0.00001%.
Okay, well, what about this? What if you have the worst headache in the world, okay? And you can just let that headache ride, or you can take an aspirin where 0.5% you're dead. But the other percentage, your headache's gone. Would you take the aspirin?
I'm asking you the questions here.
Okay,
right?
well,
this is your hypothetical.
This is my counter hypothetical.
You got to answer mine first, all right? I'm just saying.
I answered. I'm drawing. I will be happy in 8th place. I'm going to the Pro Tour. Even if I take 8th in this tournament, if I could lock in 8th place when I'm trying to queue for the Pro Tour going into the tournament, I would.
I respect it.
Yeah. So I'm going to guess you would risk it.
I don't know.
God dang it.
I haven't really thought about it.
I'm glad you asked. Oh, my God. Get me out of here. Mako, turn number 1 here from Victor into the Bastronaut. Speed number 1 here coming on in. Which one's the better one drop, I mean, the Bastronauts look pretty good. Mako's look great as well. Impressive cards for sure.
Bastion hits.
Yeah. They both definitely hit. They both need a little help.
Yeah, definitely, the banning of Heartfire Hero opened up a door for a few other 1-drops to kind of get in there and show what they got.
Exactly. All right, let's see what the follow-up is for Victor. See if we have a couple more lands. I think the quick glance I got at the hand, I did not see lands, Jim.
Oh, my God. I agree.
Nope, mountain in the back. You're right. So this block, for what it's worth, y'all, anytime your opponent puts you in this position, you can't block. Because if they have another Mako and they can cycle, it's just far too bad. So don't block. Don't fall for it.
But you know that your opponent knows that. So because you know that they know that and they would attack anyway, maybe you can block.
All right, turn number 2 here from Brennan. All right, there is Obliterating Bolt on the Mako. See what we want to do here. And it's gone. And we'll see if we want to torch the tower to this Bastronaut. Are you killing it?
It's tough.
It is tough.
I think maybe you gotta.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm wrong. That's why Victor's in the feature match area, and I'm here in the booth with you.
Yep. I think I would have been mana efficient as well, but it makes sense when you're about to play a VV. You want to get a little bit more value here. All right, mountain number 3 from Brennan. Brennan plays land number 3. See what we're going to do here for the follow-up. I feel like you got to kill VV if you can, right?
Yeah, that's job number 1. I would imagine if Brennan had a way to kill VV, it would already be dead.
Yeah.
So that's a little scary. Obliterating Bolt did come in and go after the Mako. Never mind.
And it's gone.
Wrong again. Fantastic.
Wrong order for those removal spells, though, I will say.
Yeah.
One of them gets to hang in the graveyard. One of them does not.
I'm going to assume that the Scorching Shot was the draw for turn.
I would assume as well. All right, let's see what the follow-up is here. All right, Fear of Missing Out. Let's see what we're going to discard. Now, this feels like Victor has not done the Cauldron thing yet. This feels like the turn that we really want to be doing it.
Yeah, still had a pretty healthy 19 life, too. Is that right? That can't be right.
I would assume that can't be right either, as we for sure attacked twice.
Yeah.
But it is probably just 18. Looks like 18 to me. All right, Thundering Falls, do a little surveil. Into the Floodmaw, Winter Night Stories, and Torch the Tower in the hand. So still some good interaction here from Victor, but no way to pull ahead so far.
Oof. Great follow-up for Brennan. Bouncing a Nemesis is a temporary answer, but not super exciting.
It is not super exciting. So, I mean, almost I would rather just torch the tower this Bastronaut finally now. Okay, decides to not do that and instead just takes the 1. We are now max speeded out, and now the Bastronaut is a true threat.
Yeah. Double strike, hard to block.
Full speed has been acquired. All
right, Victor, what do you got for us? Victor's on the edge here. Top 8. It's within reach. You can see it. You got to reach out and take it, though.
Got to reach out and take it. And, I mean, there's still 30 minutes in the round for these players, so plenty of time. But, Victor does have to get some stuff going here as eventually red takes over. It really does if you don't find the Cauldron and do the big thing. So, bouncing Screaming Nemesis is a Band-Aid. It is not a solution.
Absolutely. That's tough. We see in this deck list, we're not seeing the Unable to Screams.
Okay.
We're not seeing these kind of cards, the 1/3 that can make it have no abilities. There really aren't any clean answers to a Nemesis aside from just like doing your own thing and doing it better.
Yeah, I never really liked the Unable to Screen stuff either for Nemesis. My plan to deal with the Nemesis was to deal with my opponent's life total, and then the Nemesis was gone. That was always my big plan.
Fair.
Didn't always work, but that is the plan I went for. And sometimes just kill it. deal 3 to it. You're not gaining life anyways. Take the 3 and move on. All right, land number 5 here from Brennan. And hey, maybe Victor's patience is going to really pay off here. If you get these creatures, never mind. I was going to say if you get the creatures in and you use all your mana for the Bastronaut and then you get a torch, that'd be awesome. But honestly, the discipline, it's kind of worked out here too because you at least get to torch this challenger, which is much better, I think.
Yeah, Brennan's still looking pretty good here. You know,
Agreed.
I mean, to be fair, Victor finds a cauldron. The BBs are already in the graveyard. The stories are already in the graveyard. So Victor's not that far away, but Brennan is certainly applying the pressure at the moment.
Definitely. Man, Brennan's just every game we have seen him play against these Izzet decks, like his lands are always tapped, his creatures are always tapped. He's been very mana efficient, and he's just been kind of dominating these Izzet Cauldron decks. So, especially if he takes us down, which this game is not over now by any means, I kind of like his chances because he'll be the number 1 seed, like you said. Could just go through these Cauldron decks here in the top 8. Maybe no problem.
It's a good feeling being on the play every match. Like in top 8, obviously down, were you the 2 seed or the 3 seed? Am I the play? Are you the play?
Yeah.
I was the 1 seed. Don't even ask.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be on the play.
Yeah.
Flex. Prosthetic Memory coming on down. Draw a card. Let's see if we have Delirium. Creature, sorcery, instant land. We got it. So this can do some damage, but definitely not enough as it stands. But if we get a Cauldron here and we can start, Winter Night Stories, and all of a sudden Profs is 4 counters times 2, still not enough, but, we're getting there.
I mean, it's close. It's a lot closer than it looks, I think.
Yes. Oh, actually, it would be enough. If you can get 4 counters, that's exactly enough. It would be 16. Because it would be 6, then plus 4, it'd be 16. So if we can draw 4 cards and have an untapped Fear of Missing Out, we could get it done. And never mind, we're going to combat. Yeah, 4 cards is the line. Not easy to do. All right, it's actually quite easy to do. All you got to do is cast a Winter Night Stories from hand, and it would be GG. I started talking before I did the math. But casting it from the yard, harmonizing it, would not be enough. Unless you have a Riddler. Oof. Okay, discard draw. That's 2 cards. If we had a Wild Ride or something like that, that would do it. Not the case. FOMO, untap, take 4. Now we get another Profs trigger, and you can at least stay home if you wanted.
Yeah, the annoying factor here is that both these creatures are pretty hard to block. Of course, redirect damage on Nemesis, and then the Menace and Double Strike on the Bastronaut.
Yeah, they are tricky. Is this what you would have done, just kind of got in there? This is what I would have done if I have any piece of 1-mana interaction. If not, I think I'd leave them both home.
Yeah, it's tough, because with the 2/3 Fear of Missing Out as the other blocker, if that gets removed, Bastronaut can't be blocked, and then you have a huge creature trying to block the Nemesis, which is also scary.
Yeah. But that being said, animating Soulstone, getting in there, that's not crazy or anything. The other play, land 6, triple pump the Bastronaut, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not enough either. So, Victor is relatively safe here. Outside of Lightning Strike, some of those kind of more absurd things that Brennan could have in his hand.
Brennan's thinking it through. It's pretty interesting game state here.
Yeah.
A little bit of a race. A little land heavy for Brennan, and then not quite there for Victor.
And Screaming Nemesis on defense against large prof creatures can be a big deal.
Yeah, we've seen 1 Flood Moss so far. 2 others available in the total deck list. And here it goes, just the Bastronaut.
Okay, Screaming Nemesis on defense. Full. Nope. So taking 6. Kind of the look at each other bounce. Okay, no more.
That's a big hit.
That is a big hit. Into the Floodmaw is there. Plus a barrage, so that's it. Victor's going to win this game. Bounce, kill the other one, attack, W. We got a game 3 here for Victor's life and possibly Brennan's as well.
Oh, how about a little overkill?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just make sure.
Just make sure you had it. Make sure it's all over. And that's game number 2 going to Victor Santos.
Yeah, this prosthetic memory fear of missing out combo deck is pretty wild.
It's so good. And would you believe me, Jim, if I told you that was the Plan B combo of this deck? You wouldn't, right?
I think it's the Plan A.
Okay. Bold. All right, Jim, are we doing any kind of play-draw differences here now that Brennan's going to be on the plate? Does anything change?
I don't really think so.
I don't either.
It's mostly just keep things cheap. Of course, Brennan's in the play.
Yeah.
That's extremely important for mono red. So we'll see if one of these players can punch their ticket. Of course, Victor looking to punch ticket, but with a win. Maybe Brennan makes it in with a loss. It depends. But you definitely not a game you want to lose. You don't want to go into this thinking like, I could probably just lose, because if you do lose and you come in ninth.
Thank you for telling me that. I go into a lot of game 3s, like, I can lose this one, no problem.
I mean, that's a thing. If you get paired down, you're like, you're probably in with a loss.
Yeah,
that can affect your mental state.
It really can. You're already thinking, you're doing tiebreaker math, and you're like, wait, I should be doing combat math.
Right.
That kind of stuff can really happen. So, all right, let's check out what SCG's up to with their sale that's going to be ending here at the end of the day. And, of course, it is this fancy 5% off sale. Really nothing flashy about this one. Just 5% off all singles. You want to buy some cards? You'll get a little discount, and that's going to help out quite a bit.
StarCityGames.com/sale. Check it out.
Absolutely. We'll head on down. Get ready for this final game. All right, players are ready to go here right away. Hired Claw on the play. Pass over to Victor. Big game between these two players. Canal, Mako. You almost want the removal spell instead of the creature here, to be honest.
I think it's just important to have a card that costs 1.
Definitely.
Just to do something on turn 1 is so important. Or like the speed animation on Arena. Little speed arrows and stuff.
I do like it too.
Yeah.
Yep. Very catchy. All right. Drawing a card here after the Bastronaut came in. Nice thing about playing the Hired Claw first into the Bastronaut, you go automatically to speed 2, as you get to deal damage essentially twice with the ping and the combat damage.
FOMO.
All right. Fear missing out. Discard a land. Draw a card. All right. And back over to Brennan we go.
Pretty good start for both players.
Yeah.
I think this is a really important turn here.
I mean, that's basically the best start here from Victor, besides like Torch, Abrade, is being able to play creature, and get a good battlefield here going. All right. Fear missing out is dead.
Speed up.
All right. Here comes a Canal off the top. We have a Braid into the Floodmaw. There's a VV pulled to the front. Might be casting that one.
Brennan's got 3 Obliterating Bolts.
Wow.
That's a good amount.
That is a lot of Obliterating Bolts, and I mean, that's great if you just cast here the VV.
Yeah, that is definitely the normal pattern. If you play VV, don't care if it dies, and then you have, in the Grave River Cauldron, is thrown for a wrench with the Obliterating Bolt. So, big turn for Brennan here.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see what we have here. Looks like Fear of Missing Out. I saw Soulstone Sanctuary, land, and maybe a Scorching Shot. Not the best hand I've ever seen.
I think it's a Razorkin. I am wrong.
Okay. It cost 2 red, I'll tell you that. So, that's it's an honest mistake.
We're playing Mental Magic. Could be that.
I love it.
Speed 4.
All right, max speed, and here is...
I was right. It was there, too.
Got you. We were both right.
Yeah.
Okay, Razorkin Needlehead comes on in, and it's gone. Abrade immediately deals with it.
That's before the draw step, so no damage is done.
Yes.
Of course, that does put you in a spot where you can't use the card you draw and factor that into what your turn's going to be.
Yep, absolutely. Fear of missing out. Discards a card.
Oh, boy.
Going to draw the Mako. Ooh, did we add a counter? Okay, so still in the process of it. Okay. Let's see. Did we discard 2 or something there, or? Because how'd that Verge get there? I think that's what we're kind of saying here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I kind of missed that.
A lot of nerves here.
Yep, exactly.
Playing for top 8, big match, game 3. A mixture of nerves and exhaustion.
And excitement, been going along like, we'll let these judges figure it out, and then we'll jump back in here. But, hey, this match is looking pretty close.
Yeah, it's almost an endurance test.
Yeah.
If you haven't played one of these long tournaments, or maybe you played like, a local event that was like 6-7 rounds, in the top 8. It's a lot different when there's 2 days.
It really is.
At the later part of day 2, you've now played, 15 rounds of Magic,
Yeah.
Magic's tough.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a lot out of you, So there's a bit of endurance test where a lot of players, you're not playing as well in round 15 as you are in round 4 or 5.
Definitely.
But the question is, are you playing better than your opponent?
That is
can you manage the fatigue a little more than them? You're not playing in round 15 against them from round 4. They're also fatigued as well. So
exactly.
It's a bit of a test of wills, and
it comes down to experience too. Like the more you've been there, the more comfortable you are. But it also comes down to like whenever I'm like coaching any clients or something like that, the one thing I always stress is, hey, sleep the night before. Don't be drafting with your friends till 3 a.m. Don't have just a coffee in the morning for breakfast. You really do got to take those steps to take care of yourself, especially as we get into our old age, Jim. You really got to take care of it. We get tired here in the booth here when we do every other round. We get some rounds off.
Corey's a square. I tell my clients, you party all night.
Wow.
Right? Party all night, have fun, live your life, enjoy it.
Wow. Bravo. How are they doing? How are all your clients doing?
I don't know, but they had fun.
They're having a much better time. Yeah, that is 100% true. So, all right, we're diving right back in, and let's see what's up. Okay, looks like everything has been figured out. And, yeah, it did look like maybe just Victor discarded 2 and drew 1. You can't do that. Okay, 9-minute time extension, so... that clock of 7 minutes, just picture that we got 9 extra here. Looks like this was a bit of a long fix. We'll see if maybe we can get any confirmation of exactly what the fix was. But, doesn't truly matter as we play on.
All I'm saying is a good game of Magic. Creatures on both sides, VV's in the graveyard. Brennan's trying to say, I got to get you before that VV goes into a cauldron.
Exactly.
Let's do a little combat math.
Okay, let's see. I think we're deciding, if we wanted to attack it all from Victor, decides no, and to play some defense. And those lands must just be face up in hand. I think that's what I'm seeing here from Victor. We'll find out. All right, max speed is there, so the double block on the Bastronaut is not bad. 1 damage coming in. You could double block with the Mako and the Fear of Missing Out. And first strike damage would deal with 1. I mean, it would be a double trade, which I guess is not the greatest, but... Or you just double block there and see how that works.
Yeah, 2 little guys coming into 2 big guys here. Brennan's probably got a plan of some kind.
Yep.
Or mounting. And we've been wrong every step of the way this match, huh?
We really have, No big plan here. We're going to do some pumps. We're going to do some pumps. And, yeah, Hired Claw not even going to grow as it would, well, do nothing. So just takes a huge hit of 6 damage, putting Victor down to 6.
I mean, that is a plan, honestly.
Yep, it really is.
Now,
we already played a land from Brennan. If we didn't,
right, I was gonna say,
we should have played that.
I think Brennan had 5 lands to play to start. I could definitely be wrong there.
Yeah, I could be wrong as well. A lot of things have been happening here in the later stage of this game, so
I would be very surprised to not play the land for the extra 2 points of damage.
To bluff, like
right.
Come on, we gotta get some damage in. You play Burst Lightning, right? Yeah, you play Nova Hellkite. So getting your opponent to 4 is a big deal.
We are counting types here. Delirium is achieved. Creature, enchantment, land, instant.
Okay.
Kind of cute here. You can have a red creature with vigilance.
Yeah. Gotta love it. And here comes Vivi. All defense here. Let's see what the draw is from Brennan. Hellkite, that's a lightning strike, I believe. It's been a long day, folks. It's been a long day, folks. Lightning strike for the land and then cast a mountain.
Not to throw any shade, but Willie Adel also almost did that when I was watching.
Yeah.
He didn't get on the table, but he almost played a Witchstalker Frenzy as a land. And whoop, put that one back,
It's been a long day, and, an extra factor here is Convention Center kept pretty nice and cool, but it's not perfect here, and Orlando is very, very humid. So, I mean, we feel it. We're getting hot here. We're also wearing suits, but the players are definitely feeling it as well. The heat does not help.
Hey, man, we look good.
Hey, we do. We do. We'd look good in T-shirts, though, too, right?
You're not wrong.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so Bastronaut coming on in. You have Lightning Strike to play around. I like that Brennan was just unfazed with that. Like, yeah, I did it. It is what it is.
That's no mountain.
Yeah. But, I mean, to be fair, this Lightning Strike is pretty brutal. I mean, I guess no matter what, the Mako is going to kill the Bastronaut. So I think just no matter what, the way this is going to work out is the Bastronaut is going to kill whatever 2 creatures are in front. And the Bastronaut will die.
Pump it up.
I think that Mako was a 4/4, though. I think that dice went away and then came back, but I thought it was a 4/4. Because I was thinking it was going to live no matter what. Wasn't that right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because there was no other discard. It was just the FOMO itself.
Okay.
I believe. I could. Yeah, there are two FOMO discards.
Okay.
2 FOMOs in the band, no other discards. Looks good to me.
Easily could have been wrong.
Play on.
We game on.
This Vivi's looking a little sad here.
Very sad Vivi. It's a very good-looking Vivi, though, I will say. I still like the OG a little bit better, but all right. So there is the powerful creature. We know about the Lightning Strike as well, and didn't want to get the Soulstone Sanctuary in there as there's another Soulstone to just block it. This has been an interesting game, and I mean, this is Brennan's deck drawing, not so great. You don't really want to draw 6 lands. It's maybe a couple above what you really want, but still out here scrapping, and when the pressure's not on from Victor, having a Lightning Strike in hand, you can top deck a lot of cards to just win this game outright.
Yeah, both decks not firing on all cylinders.
No, really not.
Victor's looking for some card draw.
There's the Abrade.
That's big.
Okay, let's see what we got from Victor. There is the Cauldron, but nothing to do with it. Normally, this is the draw that's going to be great, but as it stands right now, it is tap, put a 1/1 counter on a creature every turn, and that's still good.
That's not that bad here, honestly.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you could eat a Bastronaut and give your creatures fire breathing.
That's also cool.
That's kind of cool. I mean, that's really cool, actually. Because you have the Vivi ability right now. If you do that, I mean, it's not lethal yet, but line that up. Use your extra mana here. That's what I'd be doing. It's hard to remember that it does things besides just eat Vivi,
Right.
Okay, eating Vivi to put a counter on the Soulstone Sanctuary. And Brennan's like, that's fine. This lightning strike's not for that creature. Is it a burn spell?
One job. It's not a burn spell, but it's pretty close.
No, it's lethal. If there's no cards in hand, we go Emberheart Challenger, attack with both. 3 damage upstairs. No matter what, the other 3 is going to go, and Victor picked this turn to finally start getting aggressive, and this is the turn where you couldn't get aggressive. Victor is looking down, be like, I mean, there's no cards in hand, so there's nothing to be done. This is more of a, how did I get here? Bang. Lightning Strike being played. And Brennan Roy is going to advance to 13-2 and almost assuredly be our number 1 seed.